Poultry farming is a venture that every farmer in Kenya would like to take part in, especially for commercial production. Approximately 70% of many homes in Kenya have reared chicken for different reasons. Poultry farming as an agribusiness venture creates income for a poultry farmer. Within the outskirts of Nairobi in Githurai, we meet a young entrepreneur who rears poultry for income generation. Martin Bakari, who is 28 years of age, runs a kienyeji poultry farm for agribusiness purposes. Living in an urban setting in Mwehoko, Martin has been able to maximize space on his small compound where he has built some poultry structures.
Kenya Limited company. We are the dealing distributors of improved kienyeji curry, broilers and rainbow rooster here in Kenya. Our services entails hatching and distributing kienyeji chicks. We have them in plenty, as you can see. Very healthy beings, very healthy. Different colors, of course. I grew up in a rural home. My parents used to keep poultry. I used to see them taking eggs to the market, and that sort of interested me in a way. Yeah. Now from there on, I came to learn how they are kept, and due to the scarcity of jobs here in Kenya, I had to undertake what I had seen my parents do to get income, and I can't regret making that choice.
From a humble beginning and learning from his mother, Martin started his company Kuku Kenya Limited back in 2016. He narrates of his poultry business with the rise in demand for kienyeji chicken. The decision to become a young farmer takes time, and one must have passion towards the type of farming in order to reap benefits.
It's been a long journey, trust me, and it's so challenging, especially here in Kenya. Cost of feeds is very high. Vaccines are unavailable. Even the expertise that is needed in this business, it's also unavailable. And where it is available, you must pay. So that's where Kuku Kenya comes in. I'm trying to look at this problem and how I can solve the problem.
There are many poultry breeds reared by farmers in Kenya. The layers, which are egg producers, the broilers, which are for meat, and the kienyeji, which are for meat and eggs production. Martin rears improved kienyeji chicken. His main poultry business practice is brooding of chicks, which he sells to other poultry farmers interested in breeding kienyeji chicken.
Right now I'm dealing with improved kienyeji. Yes. Number one, the reason is there are so many health concerns about layers, about broilers, so many health concerns. Now I'm just wondering, what if I produce kienyeji meat to the market? Will it be appreciated the way they are appreciating these other breeds? So with that question in mind, I ventured into the kienyeji poultry, and it has not disappointed me at all.
Don't wait, the time is never just right. As a young farmer, Martin's experience in poultry farming has reaped enough to sustain his poultry practices.
First of all, the business is very tricky. Initially, guys used to think kienyeji birds are just kept locally at home. You throw them some maize here and there. But now, there is professionalism in this business. You must do what is required from A to Z. If it's vaccination, don't skip any vaccination. If it's expertise from vets, of which we pay them, it won't cost you an arm or leg for them to come and visit your farm and see if you are doing things correctly. So it entails a lot for the business to be successful.
The introduction of the improved kienyeji chicken farming by the Kenya Agricultural Research Institute in the year 2011 has given a new face to poultry farmers in Kenya. Kienyeji poultry farming has been quite widespread from rural to urban areas as part of sources of income. Martin rates the kienyeji poultry bird as an important bird. This is because they are fast growing and they have double benefits from meat and eggs production.
Kienyeji, it's an improved bird. Initially, guys used to think kienyeji takes long to mature. They lay very few eggs and they gain weight. Their weight gain is very less compared to these other birds. But now this new breed, matures very fast. In 4.5 months it's big. Even they start laying at 5 months, and they lay for a period of 2.5 years. If you compare them with these other layers which lay for a period of 1.5 years. So they have some advantages. And apart from that, there are some improved kienyeji. We have 3 types. We have Croiler, we have Curry, and we have Rainbow Rooster. Some, like the Curry, they sit on the eggs. So you can be able to multiply your flock very fast. The Croiler does not sit on the eggs. That means you'll be getting eggs almost daily. It takes about almost a month to lay about 15 eggs. Another 1 month to sit on them. Another 1 month to raise the chicks. You see, that's a lot of time. With the Croilers, they lay continuously. Now, but with Croilers, you have to have incubators if you want to multiply your chicks.
There are many indigenous chicken breeds in Kenya. These are the Curry Improved, Croiler, Kebro, and the Rainbow Kienyeji chicken. As an agribusiness poultry farmer, Martin rears the Croiler birds, which are known to be fast-growing birds in the Kienyeji family. Croiler are not heavy feeders, as their feeding ratio to growing ratio is good and fast for ready markets.
We are doing Croilers because it was established in the market less than 3 decades ago. These other breeds just came in a decade ago. So this one has an established market here in Kenya.
Martin believes to be a successful young farmer in the poultry agribusiness venture. He has been able to secure a market for his birds and sells 4 times in a week on a very poor market day.
For a successful poultry farmer to benefit or to get 100% input from the birds, first of all, you must not underfeed them and you must not overfeed them. So there are some required grams which the birds should consume from when they are day old until when they are mature. Basically, from day old until they are 2 months, they should consume 40 grams per bird per day of chick mash. So that means for 100 birds, that's around 4 kg per bird per day for their 100 birds. Once they reach 2 months, it doubles, the figure doubles and becomes 80 grams per bird per day. So for 100 birds, that's 8 kg of grower's mash per bird per day. And they should consume grower's mash until 5% start laying. From there on, you can introduce layer's mash, approximately 120 grams per bird per day. So if you have 100 birds, that's 12 kg. There are also different ways for reducing the costs of feeds. Once these birds reach 2 months, we introduce them with kales. Yes, we grind the maize and mix them with the feeds. Another option is making your own feeds with the natural or the available resources which are close to you. If you have maize germ, if you have soya, if you have wheat bran, and if you have fish meal, you can mix the 4 ingredients and make your own feeds. By doing that, it will reduce the cost of feeds by almost 30%.
Kienyeji poultry farming requires a lot of expertise, especially if you are rearing for commercial purposes. This kind of farming requires a healthy breeding stock so as to benefit from both meat and egg production. Kienyeji farming requires a farmer to be keen on the brooding stock, as it is the foundation of the chicken. If a farmer goes wrong at the brooding stage, either in vaccination or feeding, then his or her stock becomes weak and breeding will be a challenge.
It requires a lot of expertise. First of all, the employees who are here must be trained, fully trained on how to spot diseases, on how they see diseases manifest themselves. Also, flock management is a very important aspect. Flock management entails a lot: cleanliness, ventilation, and of course, least but not least, vaccinations.
Coming up after the break, we shall have a look at Martin's ability to manage his farming activities through good management practices.